sake,
the so-called Negroes,
for our sakes,
the Mexicans,
for our sakes,
the so-called Brazilians,
for our sake,
the Colombians,
for our sakes,
the Native Indians,
for our sake,
the West Indians.
for our sake.
He says he made the world for our sakes, and those are very specific nations. Not everyone, but if you come and look at this chart, you're going to see exactly who I'm talking about.
On Westworld.
Right.
This is why we gotta love one another. So what the brother said something to you you ain't like, forgive that brother. So what that brother stuffed on your toe, what you gonna kill him for that?
That unalive your brother is behavior, bro.
Man, here's something wrong.
Palestinians that was George Floyd was unalive. When Sandra Bland was unalive.
Just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. I was 5'7", I was breaking my hand up. 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9/11, I was in my zone. Used to argue in a lucid dome. Who ain't no running up? Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawn, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the sign. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine.
You better open this Bible. You better come back here and learn what it really says, because guess what? The people you've been learning the Bible from, they've been lying to you.
Feels about every other nation. We're going to see exactly how the Most High God feels about every other nation. Right here, he just said that he loves so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and he hates the oppressor. He hates the Caucasian, according to the Most High God. Those are not my words. Those are the Most High God's words. And I'm going to go a step further and show you exactly how the way he feels about the oppressor. Exactly how the way he feels about the other heathens who had a hand in our captivity, in our slavery, in our destruction. Every nation under the sun right now has had a hand in our destruction.
That's right.
The reason why we are in this hell we are in right now is because all these other nations hate us. Now we're going to see how the way the Most High God feels about them. Read what you got.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, who made us Lord of all thy creatures.
Right? After who Adam made Lord over all these creatures. Keep reading.
Of whom come we all.
We all come from Adam. Every last one of us. Whether you call yourself a Arab, whether you call yourself an East Indian, whether you call yourself a Negro, we all came from Adam, right? But we're gonna see there's a separation. There's gonna be a difference in this scripture. We all come from Adam. But keep reading. Let's read what he says.
And the people whom thou hast chosen.
And including the people whom thou hast chosen. So the Most High God put a separation, put a difference between us, who he has chosen, and everybody else. So this is what he's talking about, right? Keep reading.
Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee.
Right? Everything that said, I'm speaking before you. Keep reading.
O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
He says, thou hast made the world for our sakes. Right? Remember when I said he made a difference between everybody and the people he chose? Read that last part again.
Because thou madest the world for our sake.
The so-called Negroes.
For our sakes.
The Mexicans.
For our sakes.
The so-called Brazilians.
For our sake.
The Colombians.
For our sake.
The Native Indians.
For our sake.
The West Indians.
For our sake.
He says he made the world for our sakes. And those are very specific nations. Not everyone, but if you come and look at this chart, you're going to see exactly who I'm talking about. He made the world for our sakes. All right, keep reading.
Verse 56. As for the other people.
As for everybody else who is not on this sign, as for everybody else, keep reading,
which also come of Adam.
So he says we came from Adam and all these other stinking nations came from Adam. Keep reading.
Thou hast said.
Most High God is saying this. Now, like I said, these ain't our words. These are the words of the Most High God. Keep reading.
They are nothing.
They are what?
Nothing.
They are nothing. Nothing. Don't look up to them like they are everything, that they are all powerful. They are nothing, according to the Most High God. He says they are nothing. And guess what? He got some more on that. Keep reading.
But be like unto spittle.
He says they be like unto spittle. You know when you talk a little bit too fast and you get a little too excited, some spit comes flying out your mouth? That's how these other stinking nations are according to the Most High God. He says they are nothing and they like spit that flies out of the mouth when I get excited. So you think that they're high and mighty, Most High God thinks they're spit. You understand? That's how we need to look at these stinking nations, like they spit. And once we actually look at them like that, we can see that they are nothing but deceivers, trying to lead us to believe that they are better than us when they are not. We are the innovators. We are the creators. Don't you know that once upon a time they used to laugh at us and joke at us and make mockeries out of us when there was a show a little while ago called Pimp My Ride. You know what I'm saying? We the ones who tricked out the old school cars and even some of the new school cars, putting TVs in the headrest, TVs in the drop. You know what I'm saying? Putting speakers all around sound and making things look beautiful and whatnot. They used to make fun of us. But guess what? Those luxury car makers, the Maybachs, those Lamborghinis, those Rolls Royces, you know what they are? They are nothing but what we had back in the early 2000s with Pimp My Ride. Everything that we did back then, they're doing now. And they're making a ton of money off of our innovation. We're the ones that sent them Edomites to the moon. We're the one. If it wasn't for us, you can't even drive down the street properly.
That's right.
If it wasn't for us, you can't even Google anything.
That's right.
We're the ones that created the cell phones. We're the ones that created that we have so much innovation. Only things these Edomites to do is be cancerous on this earth. They're the ones who make nuclear bombs and destroy people. They're the ones who put chemicals in your food and then design drugs so that you can be hooked on the drugs and say it's good for you. They destroy us. We're the ones who innovate and push the whole world forward. But the Most High God said they be like unto spittle. We need to look at them like that, just the way the Most God looks at them like that. Keep reading.
And has likened the abundance of them.
And everything that you can muster unto them, all of their innovation, all of their forwardness, everything that they have created in the world, he says he likens the abundance of all these other stinking nations like what?
Unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So he says everything that they created, everything that they've so-called innovators be like unto a drop that falls from a bucket, which means he doesn't give a damn about them.
That's right.
He doesn't give a damn about anything that they've achieved. He doesn't care about anything that they've contributed. Only thing that he cares about is how the way they're going to work on our plantations.
That's right.
Because when the Most High God sends Christ back, all these other nations are going to go into captivity.
That's
just
right.
like he put us into captivity.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're one